Namaste, my witchlings. How is everyone tonight? Friday night. How have we already made it to Friday night? Because this week started on Wednesday. My nose is itchy. Welcome to fall. Nice and peaceful this time of year. It's finally starting to cool down a bit. I am so happy it's fall. All right. I see a husband. Okay. Hey, Will, how are you doing tonight? All right, so namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, one and all, to our Friday night guided meditation and Yoga Nidra asana. I am so incredibly grateful that you have chosen to be here tonight to carve out some space just for yourself, to honor your body, your spirit, and the sacred cycles that guide us all. Now, whether this is your very first practice with me or you have spiraled through many, many before, know this. You are exactly where you need to be. It's okay. All right. Tonight, we begin something new, something that has been gestating quietly for a long time now, the rollout of sacred spiral flow. This is not a single class or technique. It is a way of weaving together the many threads of practice into one living, breathing rhythm. It is yoga, asana, and philosophy, meditation and nidra, witchcraft and ritual, reflection and self-study, life coaching and spiritual coaching, all woven together with the symbol of the spiral at its center. Why the spiral, you may ask? Because the spiral is one of the most ancient and universal patterns in existence. Long before words, our ancestors carved spirals into stone. We see it in galaxies far above, in the whorl of a fingerprint, in the chambers of a seashell, in the curling of a fern as it unfurls. We see it in the path of a hawk on the wind, in the way rivers bend, in the way seasons cycle. The spiral teaches us that life is not a straight line. It does not move from point A to point B with tidy logic. Instead, we return again and again to familiar places, but each time we arrive just a little different. Each cycle deepens. Each round brings new wisdom. Healing is not linear. It is a spiral. Even release and letting go are not one-time events, but part of the spiral's ongoing rhythm. And that, my darling witchlings, brings us to our October theme, release and letting go. This season is the great teacher of release. Look to the trees. If you live somewhere that has all four seasons, look to the trees. They do not cling to their leaves. They don't argue with the shift in weather. They don't try to hold on to summer, much as we may wish. They don't They let go. They trust that the spiral of life will carry them through bare branches, into rest, into winter, and eventually into new blossoms once again. When we align with this seasonal spiral, we remember letting go is not failure. Releasing is not weakness. It is simply participation in the larger rhythm of life. It is trusting that what needs to stay will stay, and what is ready to go can be released with grace. This first week of October, our focus within that theme is the art of non-attachment. This is one of those concepts that is so often misunderstood. Some people hear that phrase, non-attachment, and think it means indifference, that we're supposed to stop caring, stop feeling, stop investing. But that's so not it. Non-attachment does not mean turning cold or shutting down. It means the opposite. Opening so fully that you can experience everything without trying to freeze it in place. It is being able to love without grasping, to hold something precious without fear of losing it, to welcome joy without being crushed when it transforms. Imagine your hand. When it clenches into a fist, it cannot receive and it cannot release. Excuse me. But when it opens, palm relaxed, fingers soft, it can hold something, admire it, cherish it. And when the time comes, let it go without shattering. That, my friends, is non-attachment, an open palm, an open heart. So tonight, my witchlings, we spiral inward into a practice of release, rest, and renewal. We'll soften the body through a long spiraling scan. We will steady ourselves with breath that teaches release. We'll step into imagery of forest and stream, learning from nature's spiral. And we'll rest in Nidra, yogic sleep, where your body can release even more deeply while your awareness remains bright. Thank you. This is your journey. There is nothing to force, nothing to achieve. All you need to do is arrive, breathe, and be willing to let the spiral carry you. So let's prepare. Find your most comfortable position. If you are lying down, stretch out long on your mat or your bed. Allow your arms to rest at your sides with palms gently turned upward, a gesture of openness and trust. Or, if your body prefers, place a pillow beneath your knees to ease your lower back, a folded blanket beneath your head, or a light covering across your body. You might even place a small cushion over your belly or heart for comfort and grounding. There is no one right way, only what feels like permission to surrender. When you have settled, When you have settled, let your eyes close or soften. Let the outer world grow dim as your inner world grows luminous. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, filling the back of your lungs, expanding your ribs, letting the belly rise. Then exhale through your mouth with a sigh, as if you're fogging up a window, letting all the tension slide away. Again, inhale gently and sigh it out. One more cycle. Inhale fully, as if breathing in life itself. And exhale, letting go of all the noise of the day. As you breathe, whisper inwardly to yourself, "It is safe to soften. It is safe to spiral inward. It is safe to let go." Know that you are not doing this alone. You are held in the spiral of community, the spiral of nature, the spiral of life. You are supported. You are safe. Now that you are settled, Witchling, we begin a slow spiral of awareness through the body. Think of this as a sacred unwinding. Imagine a luminous ribbon of silver white light, moonlight itself, beginning at your toes and circling slowly upward through your body in a gentle spiral. It moves with the rhythm of your breath, wrapping you in softness, loosening what is tight, smoothing what is rough, dissolving what is heavy. This is not a race. This is a spiral, wide, slow, patient. Each part of your body will be invited into release. Each part will be honored, blessed, and given permission to rest. Bring your awareness to the very tips of your toes. Notice them, the little muscles, the skin, the nails. If you'd like, wiggle them once, acknowledging their presence, and then let them become still again. Picture the spiral ribbon of light touching each toe, one by one, circling the big toe, then the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Each toe is wrapped, softened, released. Whisper silently, I let go, I let go, I let go. Now, see the spiral circling across the tops of your toes, down the pads, curling under the nails, sweeping away any gripping or tension. Toes soften, the very edges of your body are at ease. The spiral expands to embrace the whole foot. Feel it tracing circles across the soles, the heels, the arches, the balls of your feet. Imagine it smoothing away fatigue, dissolving heaviness, pressing out old energy like water wrung from a sponge. Feel the spiral trace the outer edges of the feet, then loop across the tops, wrapping the bones and skin in a cocoon of comfort. Imagine all the miles your feet have carried you. Tonight, they need carry nothing. Whisper to yourself, I am grounded, I am supported, I am held by the earth. The spiral moves into the ankles, those small but vital joints. Imagine little doors at the sides of each ankle. On your next exhale, those doors swing open, releasing streams of stagnant energy. Old stiffness, bracing, or fatigue flows out like smoke, spiraling down into the earth. With every inhale, fresh ease swirls in. With every exhale, old heaviness drains away. I am free to move with ease. I am free to rest. Now the spiral ascends the lower legs. Picture it wrapping around your calves like a soft bandage of light, spiraling upward. Calves, often so tight from holding you upright all day, lengthen, soften, sigh into the support beneath you. The spiral loops around the shins as well, cooling and soothing. Imagine your lower legs sinking, heavy and warm, into the earth. Whisper, I allow ease to flow through me. I allow myself to be supported. Awareness circles now to your knees. These miraculous joints carry you through so many movements, bending, rising, walking, kneeling. Tonight, they rest. Visualize golden spirals circling each knee, clockwise and counterclockwise, polishing the surface of the joint with light. With every exhale, tightness is released, and with every inhale, ease flows in. Whisper, I release what I no longer need to carry. My knees are free. My path is easy. The spiral widens across the thighs, front quadriceps, back hamstrings, inner adductors, outer IT bands. Long, silky loops of moonlight wrap around each thigh. Muscles unravel like threads laid gently down. Feel your thighs grow heavy, soft, supported. Imagine roots extending from your thighs deep into the earth, grounding you into stillness. Whisper, I am safe to rest. My strength is honored. My rest is sacred. The spiral now reaches the hips and pelvis, the root of grounding, the seat of stability, the home of survival energy. Here, so much holding accumulates, but tonight we release. Imagine a spiral-shaped window opening at the base of your spine. With every exhale, old stories, old fears, old gripping flow out through that window like smoke. Patterns that once kept you safe but now only keep you tense are honored and released. Feel the pelvic floor soften, the sacrum relax, the hips widening into ease. Trust gravity, trust the ground. Whisper, I trust the ground beneath me. I release what I no longer need. I open to rest. Awareness spirals now into the belly and lower back, the oceanic space where breath and feeling meet. Inhale, the spiral widens, drawing air into the bowl of the pelvis, swelling the belly. Exhale, the spiral narrows, washing out tension, fear, old emotion. If feelings arise here, allow them. They are waves. They rise, they crest, they fall. You need not hold them. You need not chase them. Whisper, I allow what is present. I allow it to move through me. I am safe to feel. I am safe to release. The spiral now traces upward along your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, like a strand of moonlight uncoiling. It travels through the lumbar spine, where we store weariness, into the mid-back, where we armor ourselves, into the upper back, where burdens perch on our shoulder blades. With each spiral, knots untie, armor softens, burdens slip off. Imagine a warm hand resting between your shoulder blades, reminding you, you do not need to carry everything. You are supported. Whisper, it is safe to set the burden down. My back is free. I rest in trust. The spiral expands into the rib cage, the house of breath and heart. On inhale, spirals widen the rib basket, expanding front, sides, and back. On exhale, spirals narrow, squeezing out what is stale. Breath becomes a tide, ribs become waves. Whisper, I welcome spaciousness. I breathe with ease. My chest is light and open. Bring awareness to your heart. Place your hand there if you wish. Visualize spirals radiating from the heart, love circling inward, attachment circling outward. Love is open, warm, generous. Attachment is tight, fearful, grasping. Learn the difference in your body. Inhale, I am love. Exhale, I release my grip. The spiral now coils into your shoulders. Melt them away from your ears. Feel them drop. Imagine knots untangling. Old responsibilities loosen. Ropes of obligation slip to the ground. Whatever can be set down, let it fall. Whatever remains is lighter. Whisper, I am allowed to have help. I am allowed to rest. My shoulders are free. Spirals slide down the arms, biceps, triceps, elbows, forearms, into the wrists and palms. At the center of each palm, picture a tiny spiral glowing, reminding you you can hold, you can give, you can release. If you notice yourself clutching, soften your fingers. Let your hands bloom open. Imagine anything you've been gripping, slipping gently out, falling into the earth, returning to the spiral of life. Whisper, I release and I trust. I give and receive with ease. The spiral ascends to the throat, the passage of breath and truth. Visualize a sky blue spiral expanding in this space. Tightness melts, breath flows, words flow when they need to, silence rests when it should. Whisper silently, my truth is gentle and strong. My breath is free. My voice is clear. The spiral softens the jaw. Unclench your teeth. Soften your tongue. It loops over the lips, the cheeks, the eyelids, the forehead. Thoughts unravel like tangled threads laid down neatly. Whisper to yourself, I am at ease in my mind. I am soft in my thoughts. Finally, the spiral opens at the crown of your head. A fountain of silver light pours down through you, flowing all the way to your toes. Then it rises back up from toes to crown, down and up and down in an infinite spiral of light. Feel yourself heavy yet light, grounded yet free, resting yet aware. Whisper to yourself, I am relaxed, I am aware, I am free. Now that the body is softened, witchlings, let's spiral into the breath. Breath is the most faithful of companions. From the moment we arrive in this world until the moment we leave, it never abandons us. And yet, we so often forget it. Tonight, we return to the breath as teacher. The breath knows the art of non-attachment. It arrives, it departs, it nourishes, it releases, it never clings. First, simply notice, without changing anything, observe your natural rhythm. Notice the gentle rise of your belly. Notice the subtle expansion of your ribs. Notice the quiet, invisible stream of air passing in and out of your nostrils. Ask yourself, where is my breath most vivid right now? Do I feel it in the belly swelling like a tide? Do I feel it in my ribs moving like an accordion? Do I feel it in my chest lifting and falling? Or perhaps at the nostrils, cool air on the inhale, warm air on the exhale. Wherever you feel it, place your awareness there. Stay for a few cycles. No need to control. Simply witness the miracle of breathing. Whisper to yourself, I am breathing. I am alive. I am here. Now we'll invite just the gentlest shaping. Begin to slightly lengthen the exhale. Inhale through the nose for a comfortable count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If that feels good, maybe inhale for 4, exhale for 6. No strain, no force. Let it be like pouring water from a cup. Smooth, steady, unhurried. As you lengthen your exhale, imagine that you are sighing out not just air, but the day itself. Tension, worry, attachment, gripping, flowing out on every breath. Inhale, I receive. Exhale, I release. Now, imagine your breath itself is a spiral. On inhale, it spirals inward, circling down into the belly, winding into the ribs, nestling into your chest. On exhale, it spirals outward, circling up and out through the throat, the nostrils, the lips, drifting away into space. Like a shell, each breath carves a pattern, each cycle deepening the spiral. Imagine now that every exhale is a leaf falling from a branch. You see the leaf detach, gentle and inevitable, and slowly spiral downward. The air holds it, the breeze carries it. It drifts, swirls, and finally rests on the earth. With every exhale, imagine one of your worries or attachments spiraling down with the leaf. It does not resist. It simply goes where it is meant to go. Inhale, the leaf is held in the air. Exhale, the leaf spirals downward to rest. Whisper to yourself, I let go gently like a leaf on the wind. Now imagine every exhale as a wave returning to the ocean. The wave rises, crests, and then spirals back into the sea. There is no loss here. In returning, it becomes more itself, rejoining the vastness from whence it came. Inhale, the wave swells. Exhale, the wave spirals back into the ocean. Whisper to yourself, I return to the whole. I belong to the vastness. I release into unity. If your mind likes structure, you can count your spiral breath. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1 as the spiral winds inward. Exhale for 6 and the spiral unwinds outward. Count silently. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat this for several cycles. With each round, imagine the spiral drawing you deeper inward. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Place one hand on your belly, one on your heart. Feel the belly hand rise on the inhale, the spiral widening below. Feel both hands soften down on the exhale, the spiral narrowing, releasing. Stay here for 5 slow breaths together. Inhale, belly lifts, heart expands. Exhale, belly softens, heart rests. Inhale, receiving. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, I soften. Exhale, I surrender. Inhale, I love. Exhale, I let go. Inhale, I am present. Exhale, I am free. Notice how different your body feels already. Notice how much shifts just by attending to breath. Breath is always teaching us. Nothing needs to be clung to. Every inhale is temporary. Every exhale is temporary. Together, they form wholeness. Whisper to yourself, I trust the spiral of my breath. I trust the spiral of my life. Notice the present moment, your breath moving in and out, the weight of your body on the ground, the sounds around you. Deepen your inhale just slightly, lengthen your exhale ever so slightly. Invite some tiny movements. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let them spiral in small circles as if waking from deep, nourishing sleep. Rotate your wrists and ankles if you feel like it. Stretch your arms up overhead, arching gently like a crescent moon stretching across the sky. Feel the length, the release. Bend your knees, place your feet flat, and roll to your side, curling into the fetal position, the spiral of beginnings. Pause here for a moment. Rest in the sweetness of transition. When you are ready, press yourself slowly up to a seated position. Let your spine stack one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders soften. Hands rest gently at your heart. Whisper gratitude to yourself for showing up, to the practice for guiding you, to the spiral of life for carrying you through every cycle. Remember, release is not loss, it is transformation. Letting go is not failure, it is courage. Non-attachment is not coldness, It is love without gripping. Carry these truths into the days ahead. If you notice yourself clinging, pause, breathe, and imagine your exhale spiraling it away. If fear rises, place your hand on your heart and whisper, I am whole, I am safe, I am free. And when you feel called, return to the spiral in your breath, in your body, in this practice. The spiral is always here, waiting to carry you inward and outward again. And when you are ready, gently open your eyes. Go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is enough darkness and hate. Let's try to be beacons of hope and light. Make sure your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on paws and claws, that they are precious. Moments slip away faster than we expect, and those final goodbyes often come too soon. And then, my darlings, always, always remember, you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose is real even if you haven't discovered it yet. I love you all to bits, and I will see you again soon. Namaste, Witchlings.